This is used clothing, mostly men's clothing that I acquired for very cheap at a swap meet that you can flip, or I can flip rather, on eBay and Poshmark for money. Here is what I got. For a total of $69 for the entire day. Don't know exactly how many pieces I got. We'll tally it up at the end. This brand is Under Armour. These are some kind of compression shorts that I think are for weightlifting because these black parts are very thick, very elastic. It's in the Innovation line. I've not encountered this before. I'm guessing these are probably worth quite a bit. I picked these up for just over $1. I do remember this. This is 13 pieces that I got for $13. Or sorry, 12 pieces that I got for $13. So just over $1 each on these. This is not a brand I will pick up except for certain circumstances like this. Behold the size, 3XLT. That is 3 extra large tall. It's not just 3XL, it's even bigger, even badder. Big sizes in menswear, especially big novelty sizes like tall or long, typically will sell for more money and be in more demand regardless of brand. So even bad brands such as Nautica, if you can find pieces like that, you can find them cheap, it's probably going to be worth it. So a few of these pieces, I didn't really look up the numbers. I just grabbed and bought, like this one, Robert Graham, a brand best known for their flip cuff shirts, dress shirts, but they make t-shirts as well, like this fellow. This is another big size, 4XL. No flaws that I noticed before I purchased it. Here's an example of the flip cuff shirt, Robert Graham. Here's the cuff on the outside, here's the cuff on the inside. That is a flip cuff. These are all embroidered. So keywords to use here, flip cuff, floral. It's not a flip collar. If it was, that would be a good thing. 100% cotton. I anticipate this will sell for $35 or $40. That paid for that whole bag there. This one I also just bought on instinct alone. It's Lucky brand, which I don't love selling, especially not in shirts. Their jeans are doing really well right now, almost 100% sell through on all used Lucky brand men's jeans. But this is a 100% linen pearl snap, I think Western shirt. That style of button is called a pearl snap. And that's a pretty desirable key phrase. So I didn't run the numbers on this. Even if I had run the numbers and they were kind of bad, I may have still picked it up just because going into spring and summer, I know from experience that 100% linen pieces from known brands tend to have really strong sell-through in the warmer months. So if it doesn't sell within 3 months, it's almost certainly going to sell over the course of the summer. And at $1, that's definitely a risk I'm willing to take. And I don't anticipate it taking that long. This should be a pretty quick flip, especially because the size is good. And once I steam it and make it look normal, it should be fine. This is a pair of new dead stock American Apparel jeans. And these are, I believe, men's jeans, despite appearing to be women's jeans, or I guess maybe these are chinos. No, they're jeans. Because of the depth of the pockets, if my hand went that deep, they would be women's jeans, but up to the wrist, this is probably men's. Slim Slack Light is what it's called, and those should be pretty okay flippers, especially if I price it low. The color is not ideal, but should sell fairly well. This brand of beer has close to 100% sell-through, and there's a few jackets and sweaters that are selling for hundreds. I don't anticipate this selling for more than 20. It's a New Zealand beer, and I think this is a youth size, youth or women's, because it's quite small. And I actually got 2 of them. Same shirt, also a medium, same size. So I can make one listing with a quantity of 2. Really basic Reebok Oakland Raiders activewear tee, probably flip for 15 to 20. And then the last 3 pieces from that bag are these neckties. They are silk neckties, all from the same brand. There's the designs. The paisley one is probably the most desirable, but we have some abstract geometric ties as well. And here is the brand. It is Paul Stewart. I've mostly just found vintage pieces from this brand. The sell-through is pretty uneven, but some of the nicer stuff can sell for higher prices. I actually have a leather jacket in my personal wardrobe that I found from Paul Stewart, one of my all-time greatest thrift finds. That's certainly worth money. I'm hoping that as a lot, these will be worth around, I don't know, maybe 30 bucks. The rest of this stuff I got piecemeal from various vendors. These next 2 pieces I got for 8 bucks total, so 4 each. It's a Friends t-shirt. I have not run the numbers, but Friends t-shirts have historically sold very, very well for me. These 90s sitcoms have really strong followings, especially ones as popular as Friends. And along the same lines, here's a Friends t-shirt with 80s horror movie icons. I guess 70s and 80s with Leatherface in there. That's probably a little spendier. That's probably more like 25. So 4 bucks each for that. For those, I got this for $2. Ballast Point local brewery. I've had great luck flipping these in the past. Certain breweries have really strong followings. This used to be well over 100%. I think it fell off, but I just bought on muscle memory. This one I did look up. This is actually the first piece that I bought for $1. It's a Dr. Seuss Cat in the Hat shirt from Universal Studios. These sell for 20 to 25, and this is a small, and there are no smalls currently active. So I can list this for 25 and be pretty assured that if someone needs a small, they will pick that one up. These next 2 are from one vendor. Here's a brand I have not found in quite a while. It's a surf shop in Florida. Got this for $5. Pretty close to 100% sell-through on Ron John, and this is not a So Basic t-shirt. These long sleeve t-shirts tend to fetch a little bit more money than just basic t-shirts, not just for Ron John, but as a rule of thumb. And this was actually probably the riskiest purchase of the day. I got this for $15, but look at it. It's a women's jacket. The white striping here and the yellow starfish are leather. These are plastic. It's like a seashore jacket. It's very vintage. Julian K. This brand is here and there. Pretty small showing on eBay in terms of the actives. There are some solds, not for this. There's no precedent for this particular jacket on that platform. But I figure I can safely price this at $100 and anticipate someone at least buying it for $75. And then these last 2 pieces, the guy wanted $40. I said, look, I know this is a low ball, but would you take 20 for both? And he said yes, without that much hesitation. It's 2 pairs of cool pants. Here's another one. So these are women's, I guess technically jeans, more like a work pant. Pretty sturdy, heavy-duty canvas fabric. Here's the tag. This brand is well over 100% sell-through. One of my favorites to find. These might actually be men's. Yeah, I think these are men's actually. It's 32 by 32. They do have a little bit of distressing here, but that's not prohibitive for selling them. I would be guessing if I were to say a price, but definitely conservatively 30 bucks, more like 40. Another pair of Cools. These are definitely women's, smaller size. Same aesthetic. At the very least, I will not lose money on these. And these should flip very quickly. So I got 21 pieces in total. Total cost 69 bucks, which totals out to 3 bucks 29 cents rounded up per item, which is pretty good, especially considering the quality of what I got. This is a good tip. This is in keeping with prior experience with swap meets. Swap meets don't really get hit that hard by clothing resellers. They do get hit hard by vintage hounds, by people buying for themselves. And there were definitely some vintage vendors there that were catering to those people, but the clothing was everywhere and no one was really keyed in that well to what they actually had. I think I could have spent all day there and come out with 5 times as much stuff as this, because it was just a drop in the bucket in terms of what I actually had on offer that I got to look at. So I hope this gives you some ideas of what to look for. This isn't necessarily like my A1 stuff, not all of it. Some of this is also ran, some of this is gut checks. I took advantage of the opportunity when I had it, and I hope that this gives you some ideas. So thanks for watching.